It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the Dragons' burner at wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
What I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the Something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. He'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is get... block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now back to throw. Able to get him, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Touchdown! A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd and 11. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there. Looking to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out. And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Yeah, they would have been happy with a 1st down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to...
defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Now Carlson for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So nothing doing there, and it's second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Come on. They'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That'll give them 8 that time, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw here. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A second down run with Lewis. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a 1st down as well.
1st down, Dragons.
Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this 1st half. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Luke Musgrave. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Gets by him at the 25. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
Okay, ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll drop to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we reach halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 68 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 30-yard line. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready? Past the 60, past the 60.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 9 from the 44. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Come on. Check. 18 Cardinal, 18. Check. Hey, check that.
Hands it off out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start, offense.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Check.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
Alert! Alert! Bronco switch! Roll! Roll! Unlock line! Unlock line!
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going to look to throw. Able to shake him off. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Lewis running left. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he will take this this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And running with power here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The defenses get to the quarterback that quickly. A lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a